and welcome to this gentle end of the day practice. At the end of your working day or busy day, you can do this at any time. So if you've had one of those days where tension seems to have crept up into your body without you really noticing, then this practice is for you. So in just a few minutes, we will gently release what you've been carrying. We'll help to calm your nervous system, to help you to transition from the busyness of the day into the more peaceful evening. So this is a slow, soothing practice that is perfect for beginners or anyone who just needs to unwind. So before we begin, we're going to take a moment to observe how we feel. I think it's really important to take that time to check in and notice the signals from our bodies because they're sometimes quite subtle. So get yourself situated. Let's have our feet roughly around shoulder width apart. Relax your shoulders, hands down by your sides. And I like to close my eyes for a moment to observe how I'm feeling. Just notice, are you holding any tension anywhere right now? Be curious rather than be over analytical of yourself. Just notice, am I holding tension? And then we'll return to that question at the end of this practice. So let's begin. So let's start by bringing our hands onto our lower abdomen. We're going to start with the breath. So soften your knees. And with your hands on your abdomen, I invite you to close your eyes. Focus on your breath. Notice where you're breathing right now. Notice where you feel your breath. What part of your body is moving? Breathing in and out through your nose. Being curious, is my breath fast or slow? Is it all in my chest? Is it shallow? Does it feel difficult today? Because I'm holding and bracing with tension, just be aware. We often hold a lot of tension in the chest and we often breathe just in the upper chest when we're in that busyness, fight, flight, freeze mode, that hamster wheel of life that many of us live in. But we want the breath to be low down so that when you breathe in, the belly gently expands. So let's see if we can get the breath a little lower. So when you breathe in, the belly gently expands against your hand, just a little breath. When you breathe out, the breath falls away. Breathing in, that belly gently expands. Breathing out, the breath falls away. Doing a few more breaths like this in your own time. Exploring where the breath is now. Is it up high in your chest or is it now lower? That belly breathing is very powerful for your nervous system. Switches on a very powerful switch from moving you out from that fight, flight, freeze mode into what we call the parasympathetic nervous system where we rest, digest and restore. Couple more breaths here. Now opening your eyes and let's do a movement with the breath now. So clasping your hands out in front, nice soft knees. We inhale as the hands come towards the chest, shoulders are low. We exhale, we gently press the hands away and we look down. We inhale. We exhale, we round our back and we look down. We inhale, we stand a little taller but my shoulders are low. We exhale, round back, look down. Inhale. Exhale. This movement really opens the chest so profoundly. Opens the front of the chest, the heart space. Opens the back of the chest, stretching those little intercostal muscles between your ribs. Inhale. Exhale. And the whole movement wants to be soft. The rule in Qigong is never move your body more than 70% of its potential. So we want to be gentle. Exhale. Then bring your hand above the head as you inhale. Exhale, little reach out to the side, but it's just little. So you get a little stretch in the waist and the ribs. Inhale back to the middle. Exhale to the side. Inhale. exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Float hands down and allow them to rest for a moment at your sides as you just roll the shoulders a little bit here. Now, let's move on to another movement for the spine and the back. We hold so much tension in our spines, our back and our neck. So we've done a forwards and backwards movement. We're now going to do a gentle twisting lateral stretch for the spine. So from here, we're just going to start to swing our arms around the body, but the waist is leading this. So see if you can focus on the waist and allow the waist to do the turning, but it's slow and it's gentle. And the arms are kind of just joining in. Keep that softness in your knees, but imagine you've got a little bit of golden thread at the top of your crown, lifting you up just a little so that you have some space now in your spine. Little turn, breathing naturally, helping to warm up all the connective tissue that's supporting the spine and also releasing any tension you might be holding around your spine and around the hips. That little swinging action. And as you gently breathe, I invite you to notice how you feel. This is really calming on the mind and the nervous system. Just observe your mood, your emotions as you continue with this gentle swing. We used to swing like this when we were little, when we were children, when we were happy or excited. So it's a similar principle. We're swinging to help support and balance our nervous system, as well as relaxing the spine. Come back to center. Keep your hands down by your side and let's move on to our lovely hips. So soften your knees. Imagine you're tucking your bottom under a little bit, like you've just tucked your skirt under before you sit down. So you hold that position. Then we slowly start to rotate our hips. Nice and slow. And we want to keep this quite small to start with. If you're not used to rotating your hips, you definitely want to go nice and small. If your hips are feeling okay today, you can make this movement a little bigger, but stay small if that's comfortable for you. Hip rotations are definitely in my top 5. There's a lot in my top 5, more than 5. Definitely my top 5 of Qigong movements because they are so beneficial. So these hip rotations are helping to improve the flexibility of your spine. Also helping to massage your digestive system, helping to improve your balance. Good, go back to center, start to go the other way, but start small. Be aware how your hips are feeling. If anything is creaking or cracking, that's okay as long as there's no pain. If you find anything is restrictive with your hips, then go much smaller in the rotation and put your legs a little closer together. We want to be rotating our hips every single day. I always say every time you boil the kettle, rotate your hips. Come back to the center. Lovely. Now, let's do another little kind of lateral shake of the spine, a lateral shake. We're going to do a little shimmy. So I want you to shimmy your shoulders from side to side. And as you do, just start to rock from side to side or shift your weight from one foot to the other. A little shimmy of those shoulders. Shimmying your lovely shoulders. This is so lovely for releasing tension that we hold across the middle of the back, particularly around the shoulder blades. Sometimes we get that space under the shoulder blades that we know is aching and we can't reach it. This is wonderful for releasing that area. So now we're going to breathe. Breathe in through your nose and out with a soft sigh. Keep going, a little shimmy. And if you can, I invite you to close your eyes to really settle in. Be very present in this little shimmying movement, clearing away tension and tightness from your upper back. Then come back to center. And as you come back to center, pause and notice how you feel. Be aware of your own body signals right now. Notice your heartbeat, your breath, and notice if you feel any buzzing or tingling in your arms or your hands. That is your life force energy. Wonderful, wonderful sign that you have cleared some tension and now the cells are vibrating at a higher frequency of energy. So now we're going to move on to do a beautiful movement for helping to clear and balance and helping to settle us for the evening. So with your feet still roughly shoulder width apart, we hinge our hips back a little. Then we cross our arms just in front of our knees, but the hands are not touching. There's a gap between the two arms. We keep the arms crossed. We float them slowly up above the head like we're taking off a t-shirt. Then we release the hands. We float them out to shoulder height with a tiny sink in the knees. Hold here. Then we take the hands, take them above the head, cross the arms, palms facing our face. We float them down. We float them out to the sides and back down to the starting position. Cross arms. We float up like a hot air balloon, taking off a t-shirt. Separate your hands, pause them at the sides, back up over the head, cross arms, bring them slowly down towards shoulders, out to the sides and down. We go with the breath. We inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and again we inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. This is called no harm comes to the mountain. You are the mountain. This movement is declaring that no harm will come to me. When your hands float down, allow them to rest softly at your sides. Allow them to settle. And as they rest, notice what you feel in your body. That lovely flowing movement to help the whole body and mind to relax, to be present and settled. Now let's smooth our body's energy. We're going to do a lovely movement now where we take our hands to start with at our kidneys. And we're going to give our kidneys a little rub. Give them some love and attention. The kidneys work so hard for you all day. They're the batteries of your body. So now we're going to stroke down the back of the legs. Stroke over the feet. Stroke up the inside of the legs. Over the abdomen, over the chest. Stroke down the inside of the arm. Up the outside to the shoulder. Across the chest. Down the inside of the arm. Up the outside of the arm. Raindrop finger tapping over the neck, the throat. Over the face, the forehead. And then stroke over the head. And then we go round again. We rub our kidneys. Then we stroke down the back of the legs. This is called putting on your armour. Isn't that an amazing name? Up the inside of the legs. This is sealing in your body's energy. Down the inside of the arm. Stroke up the outside. No hurry. Taking your time. Stroke down the other arm. Up the outside. Raindrop fingers over the throat. Over the face, tapping. Over the forehead. Over the head. Stroke over the head. Bring the arms down. Relax them at your sides for a moment. Then place one hand on your abdomen, other hand on top. And gently step your feet together. And as you rest here, relax your knees, soften your hips, close your eyes if you're comfortable. Take a moment to notice how you feel. Notice how you're feeling now. Feel the difference compared to the beginning of this session. Notice how you're feeling physically. Just as importantly, notice how you're feeling mentally and emotionally. Remaining curious, not critical of yourself. Always being kind and compassionate to you. Take a nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, relax your hands down by your sides. Thank you so much for practicing this session with me today. If this session helped you and you enjoyed it, I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up in the little section below this video. I would also invite you to subscribe, so click on the little bell so that you don't miss out on any videos when they are newly released. And also add a comment below. Add a comment about your experience of doing this practice with me. I would love to read that. But for now, take care of you today, lovely. Breathe and believe. Bye-bye.